Hello everyone, how's it going? Scrembo here from Emotions Crypto Trading. Welcome to my Bitcoin price analysis technical video, where I would like to share with you what the language of the market says to us. We're going to talk about the daily candlestick, which is a longer term perspective, and I would like to share with you some more data related to the current short-term details. It's been a slow day, just like the usual ones, and it's 23rd of July. So we're expecting on this Friday much better movement in terms of volume than we've got. However, the whole space is trying to survive at higher levels where it has reached certain resistances, which is representing a struggle point. So the BTC is not yet having the power to stay above $33,000, and we're going to see the charts for that. With the current situation, we're actually finding a resistance of a quite interesting resistance line of the channel that is being applied towards us. Just like you can see, today we get a decent rejection on the whole line. And if I zoom into, this is daily charts, which means that each candlestick represents 1 day of price movement. Just like you can see, today there is still about 9 hours to go from the current candle. There is a significant resistance on the trending line. In order for us to go back bullish, we got to make the first step to get out of this resistance line, which had a fake out. And this is one of the things that I'd like to let everyone know till the breakout is confirmed. It's very hard to talk about a reversal. Reversals are not happening that easily. Once a trend starts dominating the whole space, it's yet to be pushing for a longer period of time, which means there is at least 4 months for each trend to dominate, up to more than a year. So it's really down to the current power in order to measure the size of their dominance in terms of time. However, the whole thing has started in May, so it's not been a while for the bears since they're pushing and dominating. Now, what I would like to underline is the fact that we have reacted in a very good support, which should be sustained and supported by the users as well. On the other side, it's been a time that has a characteristic of lack of volume. And of course, you cannot have a pumping market without tremendous volume going on. So I'm sure there's been a lot of the people going long within the last 24 hours, which I'm not sure if it's the best solution, considering we got the Bitcoin event with Elon Musk speaking yesterday or the day before, which has involved a lot of the buying pressure. That's right before the event, and even during the event the markets were pumping, which is fine. But I'm pretty much aware that the ones that got into the space with a higher leverage will be taken care by the exchanges on a market shakeout if there is any potential pumping time right now. However, the shakeout needs to happen before that. So I would not exclude a double bottom if we want to get out of the trending line. A double bottom representation would be much more powerful. On the other side, there is no much space left before the breakout. There is the major zone, which is holding us, and then there is the resistance line right there, which is extremely near to the zone, and that is making the whole space to be squeezing into a movement that is not going to be that easily expected. So my suggestion to all of you right now is to be allowing flexibility to the whole space, because the volatility is going to increase whenever we narrow down into a sort of a very tight pattern that has longs and shorts involved at heavy levels. This is going to be a duty by the exchanges to shake out both if it's possible. Now, the ones that are going with high leverage will be taken out for sure without hesitation, and the ones which are staying on lower leverage will be able to benefit from the move they have as soon as they don't get stopped out or liquidated if they have a bad entry with their positions. So it's that time where we would love to see a much stronger reaction from the market in a specific direction or the other. We have seen the bulls acting for the past 3 days, doing a decent job, but it seems like with today's selling pressure, this is not yet sufficient. So if you're asking me by going long right here into the resistance, I'm definitely going to refuse that. On top of that, a selling pressure should appear organically at this point, but at this time, while we're filming, it is very hard to talk about the sustainability of this selling pressure. This is something which I would underline, which means that in order for me to stay accurate, I'll have to watch after any shorts that we're putting out during the market. I'll definitely have to watch after, and if I see a possible bullish pattern printing out, I definitely got to exit out of the shorts because we're near of squeezing into a direction quite powerfully. So this is the time to be playing as safe as possible, to be entering and doing trades as safe as possible, and handling the whole space a little more conservative and smaller numbers on the stake due to the fact that the explosion is going to be beneficial in terms of volatility and will pay a lot of the money for the ones predicting correctly. That's where we are with the BTC at the moment on the daily candle. What's happening if we lose the major support zone? It's pretty much simple. We're going to go down to the next order block, which is going to be near to $24,000. And I would also expect if we go to revisit the previous all-time high of 2018, which is $20,000. So these are the expectations. It's not much to go till $20,000. And it would be a massive move that would collect a lot of the buying pressure, which could drive the markets back up to the 50s. From the 50s, we should be shorting the whole space in a dramatic way. However, till that point, there is a lot to discuss, and the summer period is yet to present further details. The major downtrending environment line, which is a really strong resistance, has the starting point, which is the creation point, direction point, and no confirmation yet. So whatever breakout we might do here on the current resistance line, we're going to have extreme difficulties breaking out of the major resistance line, where we expect shorts to be stepping in and a lot of the selling pressure to be triggered. Therefore, I'm not going to get too enthusiastic about a current breakout, having in mind the fact that I strongly believe that at the moment there is much more bearishness in terms of domination than bullishness. So this is my perspective, which is not going to change overnight, which cannot change whatever thing might happen within the next 24 hours. I don't believe that any kind of move in 24 hours could rebalance the long-term presentations, because I know that any move in 24 hours can only represent a little piece of the puzzle as soon as it's natural, or if it's a huge move, then it's artificial. And artificial moves are often ending quite badly for the majority. It's simple to trade them. You need to consider what the majority thinks about that and trade the opposite. As a psychology perspective, of course, technically, this is not like that. You have to make sure your entry is correct from all the standpoints and execute your trade. So for those who are looking forward to discovering how to trade and learning how to trade full-time from me, well, we have a private one-on-one coaching directly with me, live on Conversations, where I'm going to take you by hand and teach you how to trade. It's all running and it's presented. It's actually not running here. It's just presented on scrembocoaching.com. You have the video, which explains you have, a whole lot of the things on the page, and we can have a 15-minute conversation for free where I can tell you more about it. As soon as there is no barrier into this, make sure we can, register now, and I'll get back to you. This is an intensive program for all of you looking to get strongly into the business and achieve financial freedom. At the same time, make sure to follow my primary YouTube channel, where I have tons of videos, including representation, motivational videos where I show earnings to people. So that's pretty much all that, guys, for now. Have a beautiful time. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We keep in touch, and let's enjoy our day.